Hello everyone, my name is SwingPoynt and today is Thursday, which means there is another reading your comments video as well as another live stream on YouTube Gaming. And I actually have an update for YouTube Gaming, or about YouTube Gaming for you guys. YouTube Gaming just released the 1.3 edition of the platform, which means that there is now a live tab on the website, so you can click live and you can see everybody who's live. You don't have to just like see the top 5 featured streamers. It's like really easy to actually see who's streaming. And there's also a games tab, which is pretty cool. So you can just go ahead and click games, a bunch of games show up, or you can type a game in that you want, and then you can go ahead and view whoever is streaming that game. So some much needed, much anticipated updates, which are finally on the platform, and I feel make it much more easy to view whatever you want to view. And one final update, which I think is pretty gosh darn big, is that the mobile app has become available in a couple more countries, including Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Ireland. So if you're in any of those areas and you have not been able to download the YouTube Gaming app, you can go ahead, look at it for, I think, iOS and Android. I think they're both available on there, so go ahead, download it on there, and you can view streams from your phone instead of having to go on the computer all the time now. So with that, let's go ahead and read some comments. Oh, and one more thing before we get into the comments. Information down below when the stream starts, countdown timer, all that stuff as usual. Comments time. Are you going to play more Stardew Valley? Just asking. I really want to. I'm definitely planning on it. I think about it like every single day, and then I kind of get into this thing where I don't know how to play that game in a way that's interesting. And I think what the biggest mind block is that I just need to be okay with playing a game that doesn't have like a bunch of crazy stuff going on in it, or some sort of like super engaging story. And I just need to be okay with the game being what it is, because it is definitely a good game. It's a very relaxing game, and I think I need to be more ready for it than anybody else does. If you guys have any suggestions on how I should play through that, or people who have played through that and you really like their Let's Play, go ahead and let me know in the comments. That way I can kind of get an idea of how I feel like I would be okay with playing this game, if that makes sense. Hey Swing, I've read a lot of comments that say, this video made me feel better, you just made my day, but this is the first time it actually happened to me. I saw this video and saw your face, and tears of sadness became tears of joy. Once again, thank you for all you do in the world. With all the terrible things on the internet, this place is like a safe haven from that. Hugs and Larrys. Aw, thank you. That's one thing that I really try to do with this channel, is make it so that it's a very nice place to be. I've said multiple times before, and I know I'll say it in the future, if you are a mean person, or if you have intentions of fighting with people or trolling, you're not going to have a good time here. I'm going to ban you. You're really just not welcome around here. The only people that I have on this channel are people that are nice and try to be nice to other people and who have good intentions. Everybody else gets filtered out very quickly. I have a very short tolerance for anybody who really just wants to go ahead and be mean. So I'm glad that the channel was able to help you out, and I hope it continues to help people out in the future. You seem like a person who would survive in a horror movie. Wait a second, is that like an insult? Now that I think about this, is that like a mean thing to say? Do you still use OBS, Swing? Yep, I do. I use OBS for my live streams, and I also use it for my recording for YouTube. And actually, it's been a while since I've told you guys all the stuff that I'm using for my, like in terms of my setup with my computer and my software that I use and things like that. So I think I'll just go ahead and put all of that into the description of this video. That way you guys who are kind of into this space, who are really interested in seeing what a YouTuber uses, you can just go to the description down below and see what I do. Hey Swing, do you think you can do a bit more of Nintendo games on this channel? The video was hilarious as hell and reminded me of the charm that Nintendo games had. I would love to say yes to this question, because I really do like Nintendo games and I really do like my Wii U. But Nintendo really has a problem with YouTubers and making videos on YouTube for some reason, and they kind of always have. And ironically, the comment that this video came from, I got claimed by Nintendo, so I wasn't even able to like earn anything for the hard work that I put into the video and into the live stream. And that's really the problem that a lot of YouTubers and streamers have with it. I know that there's like huge channels that can go ahead and play Nintendo games, and for some reason they don't have to deal with those types of problems, but a lot of people do. I'm one of those people that does have to deal with the not so bright side of Nintendo on YouTube. So to answer your question, probably not, because I can't earn anything off of those videos as a creator, and I need to earn money with the videos that I make, otherwise I don't have food to eat, and food's kinda cool. Why did you change the soundtrack? I don't know what video this was from, but I know I get this quite a bit whenever I do change a song in a video, and the reason why I change songs in videos is pretty similar to the reason why I won't be playing too many Nintendo games on the channel, and it's because of the Content ID system on YouTube. There are songs that are pre-registered with some audio companies, and sometimes some fake companies go ahead and claim videos. But I change songs that could possibly be claimed by one of those companies. That way I don't lose all the hard work that I put into a video. I actually have quite a list of videos that I put a ton of work into, put a lot of hours into, made it so they're super entertaining for you guys, and then I can't actually earn anything from it as a creator, which is a really big deal. Again, if I can't make a living off of what I do here, then I can't keep doing YouTube. So I change songs in some games because they would get claimed by a company otherwise. And what happens when a video gets Content ID claimed by a company? I don't make anything off of it as a creator. Even if it's like 20 seconds of a song, the entire video's earnings go to whoever claimed it. And the claiming system is just so messed up on YouTube right now. I'm sure you guys may have heard of it. There's this hashtag called WTFU, where's the fair use? There is a huge problem on YouTube with that right now. And with that whole Content ID system, that is why I change songs. And there are some people who get really, really, really upset when I change a song inside of a video or inside of a game. And oh well, I guess, because I'm not going to sit here and sacrifice my ability to be a YouTuber just so somebody can hear a song that they probably don't even know the name to. This game seems more interesting than first appeared. I think this was for the Count Lucanor, and I totally agree with you on that comment with the Count Lucanor, and I feel like that's one thing that we kind of discover with a lot of the games that we try around here. They're games that, you know, I probably would have never looked at twice if I wasn't a YouTuber and I wasn't in this space, but we go ahead and give these games a shot, and all of a sudden they like turn out to be these amazing games that I absolutely adore. And like 2016 has been loaded with awesome games. Let's think here: Oxenfree, Downfall, Firewatch, The Count Lucanor, The Culling, Walking Dead, Michonne. There are so many awesome games, and I know I'm missing some, and this is just from 2016, and we're at like the beginning of March. There are so many good games that come out, and we get to explore them because we do this YouTube thing, and you guys recommend to me really awesome games, so I think it's so cool that we are able to give something a chance that we never would have if it wasn't for this space. And you guys are the reason why people like me and also these small indie game companies are able to exist, because without you guys, we wouldn't have a medium to show these things off to you. Do you plan to do an all endings on this video, or is this it? At least check the other endings out, they are awesome. I believe this is for Downfall, and I'm not going to do an all endings video on it, mainly because my buddy Harshly Critical went ahead and did an all endings video on Downfall, and he did pretty much everything that I would have done anyway. So what I'll do for you guys is, if you want to see all the different endings to Downfall with Joe Davis and Ivy Davis and Agnes and Susan Ashworth, all that type of stuff, go ahead and look in the description. I'll link his video, and you can go and check out his video, check out his channel. Very cool creator, know him very well. We're gonna hang out at PAX East, we've hung out at PAX South, and met him at PAX Prime. It's been a really, really good time getting to know John, and I really recommend checking out his stuff, so link to that video is in the description below. Hey SwingPoynt, I know you love cats, so what's better to adopt, a kitten or a 1-year-old cat? That depends, I would say. If you've ever been a cat owner, you would know that if you already have cats, you are probably much safer to get a kitten, because cats can be weird about other cats. They can be like the nicest little kitty in the world to you and every other human they come across, but when they see another cat, they change. They get weird. They get mean. Now, like I said, it depends on your cat. The safest option by far is to go ahead and adopt a kitten if you already have cats or other animals, because for some reason, grown-up animals are okay with baby animals. I don't know if it's like a territory thing or what it is. If you try to adopt a 1-year-old cat and you already have other cats, really bad things can happen, especially with their litter box. They can start like pissing on the ground, or like really just not using the litter box the way that they usually are supposed to, and which will ruin your house and totally ruin everything you have going on with your cats. And they can also get anxiety problems. Like, there are so many bad things that can happen when you bring an older cat into a home that already has cats. You really need to know what your cats at home are already like, and what the cat you're adopting is already like. When you have a kitten though, you're almost always 100% safe, because again, for some reason, older animals are okay with baby animals. They'll hate them for, you know, maybe a month or two, but they get over it. It really depends on your cat. Like Chubbs, he hates everything, he'll always hate everything, but he can tolerate Larry and Daisy. And Larry, he was okay with Daisy within like 15 minutes. It really depends on your cat. But now if we were to bring in a cat the age of Chubbs, 2 Chubbs, I guarantee you something really bad would have happened, and they would still hate each other, and this house would be a mess, because I don't think Chubbs would ever just tolerate somebody coming in on his domain. So, sorry for the long answer, but I would say it really depends. If you don't have any cats, I would say go ahead and adopt the 1-year-old cat, because the older a cat gets, the harder it is for them to be adopted. That's just kind of the way it unfortunately works. Kittens never stay inside of a shelter because people always want kittens. But if you don't have any other animals at home and you want to get your first kitty, I would say go for the older kitty, man. Because they definitely need a home. They are just as capable of being loved. Are you Canadian? Because you sound like it when you say man. No, I am not Canadian. And I say man all the time because I like the word. And another update is that YouTube Gaming is now available on mobile phones for Canada. And that is a great segue for me to end this video here. I hope to see you guys tonight on tonight's live stream. We're going to have a good time. We're going to play a bunch of games. I'm definitely going to play the culling because you guys have been wanting me to play that and I want to play that. All the other games, we'll see. I don't know what we're going to do. I kind of never know what we're going to do for our live streams because I kind of just want to see how you guys are feeling at night, but we're definitely going to play some culling. And I'm really excited for this new YouTube Gaming update. It's going to be really good for both you and me. Makes it so you guys can see more creators there. Makes it easier for us to go ahead and raid people at the end of our live streams. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this reading your comments video. I really appreciate it. I like doing these every week. I like to talk to you guys in the comments. I like to read your comments off. Make it so I can connect with you guys a little bit more. It's very awesome. So thank you so much for watching this. You guys are the best, and I'll see you at tonight's live stream. Mwah, mwah, mwah.